Before we start, I just want to say two things. One, I'm only going to be rated characters that you can play as, so support characters are not going to be counted. And two, for some weird reason when I ended up recording this video, I just didn't say any of the characters' names. I don't know why. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy. Alright world, let us begin with the very first character. Yeah, I should also bring this up now. If I drink water or something or make any weird mouth noises, I'm probably not going to care enough to edit it out, so this can also be an ASMR video. More reason for you to stick around. But anyway, let's start with the first character right here. Now, this is a design that actually grew on me a little bit more. When I first ended up seeing this, I wasn't really that much of a big fan of it. I thought it was very boring. But now, since I'm more used to seeing it, and especially since I got this character on my JP account that I don't use anymore, I'm actually starting to grow with this design and I like it way more. I think I'm going to give it a A tier. I don't know why this image is so small, but this design has always just been a whatever for me. I mean, it's fine. It matches the character. I kind of like how her original design looked, and I don't really know why they changed it when they ended up adding her in the game, even though I don't really think the original design was that great, but this one is just fine. A good D tier. This has been one that I always loved when I first ended up seeing it, and still to this day, I think it's amazing. Easily, this has to be the first S tier. I mean, most of the time when a character is given a unique set of eyes and doesn't have the generic anime eye that most people get, you know you're going to get something very well. And I know this outfit is basically just normal clothes. I'm pretty sure she's just wearing a sweater with a lab coat or whatever, but they make it work. This one slaps. Another amazing S tier design. Now, although this one has been a little bit downgraded compared to how the concept art looked, because that was a real problem back then. And you can easily see this on the first terrible version of this tier list, but sometimes when they tried to translate the character from the concept art into the actual game, it's just a complete downgrade. But even though this one does look a little bit worse, this is still a S tier character design. The colors match really well, even though they're really basic colors like yellow, blue, and black, easy to match together. The little bit of white on it adds to the flavor, and then also the gold piece that she has on her ear, and also just her ear shape in general. This is one thing that I've been noticing a little bit more with the Umamusume characters. I usually never really pay attention to what they do with their ears, but I have been recently. I don't know why, but either way, S tier. Now, this is one of the newer characters that they ended up releasing. I think around the last year anniversary, the year 3 anniversary, and oh my, absolutely horrible. This hands down has to be one of the worst looking character designs they have out here. This straight up looks like one of the NPC characters you will see in the background of the anime, or one of the filler characters that you see when you're racing and it's not filled with an actual character with a name. I have no idea how this design was even able to get past. It's that bad. This one is going to be the first F tier. It's awful. It's horrible. Another amazing design. This one is a far more better improvement than the original one. I used to think the concept art version was better, but now this one grows on me a little bit more. Even though the zipper on the pants does piss me off, this absolutely meaningless zipper that makes no sense. I have no idea what's the point of it, because there's no way it's a pocket. Her shorts are way too small for it to actually be a usable pocket. And also the one sock. Actually, no, the more I look at this design, I'm actually starting to rethink my decision. Never mind, I don't think this is a S tier anymore. The more I examine it, the more things I find I dislike about it. Yeah, never mind. This is an A tier. Still very good. Oh no, this is the first one I'm going to be very conflicted with. No, I don't want to be here for 1,000,000 years. This is my video. If I could just reconsider it, I can change whatever I want. So currently right now, we're going to go with A. Another one of the newer characters. Why are some of these images so small? I literally got them all from the same place. Maybe that's the reason why. But this is another one of the newer characters, and this is another just alright design. Her face really, I need to zoom in because this is so image is so tiny, and that was very blurry. Her face really carries the design, and she also ended up starting one trend I ended up seeing that they're obsessed with some of these newer characters, where like inside, like the inside area of their hair, I'm pretty sure there's like a right name for it, I don't know, but they like do designs and color the inside areas of their hair. I think this one looks really nice, and this face alone just carries the design because the outfit itself is like a little bit basic. It's kind of on that like NPC tier, but the face, the eyes, the almond eyes. Rest in peace to anyone who's allergic to almonds. That was my first unfunny joke. I do like this one. I do wish the outfit was a little bit more better and more unique, but I just think with the looks of it alone and her face, I think this can confidently land into B tier. Again, I don't know why some of these are just so tiny, but this was just always alright one to me. Nothing really that special when I come and see this one. I enjoy it. Don't really have that much to say. I think this is the very first C tier. Now, this is another one that I enjoy greatly. A prime example of just a good redesign, a complete upgrade from the original crap that they were doing. I love the colors that they have, the green, the gold on the side, the jackets. I'm one big fan of it. And before that one person says it's not actually a jacket and it has like a proper name, I don't care. You know what I mean? The only thing that I don't like about this design is that I really wish they didn't get rid of the bandana that she has on her head normally. I don't know why they replaced it with this weird gold thing. I wish I could zoom in, but for some reason, some of these images are so tiny. I guarantee you the rest isn't going to be like that. But that's the only thing I don't like about this design. The shoes, this one easily has some of the best shoes in Umamusume, the way how it's looking. Amazing design. I say we have another S tier. Another newer character. And this one's alright. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like Umamusume is starting to reach that point that every gacha game eventually reaches, where the character designs kind of just start stagnating, and they're getting like a little bit worse going down. And I don't know, I feel like this is just part of that trend because I don't think this one is bad. I don't think it's a bad design. I still hold by the opinion that Umamusume have some of the best consistent designs out there when it comes to these type of slop gacha games. Umamusume has a very good consistency, but this one is just, it's all right. It's a C tier. Alright, this character. I feel like this is one that existed for a very long time, but like never had an actual official design. I could just be getting my facts completely wrong, but my lord, I remember when she first got added to be summonable a very long time when the game ended up coming out, but this was a character that we knew the existence of for a while. And her design is just, I don't know, the pants is really messing me up. I don't like how extremely short the pants is, because I don't know why when they end up designing this character they didn't go all in with the concept of her being like one of those Power Rangers. The one Japanese viewer watching this and then some white person who really is into anime and say everything the proper Japanese way probably just had a seizure of me calling it Power Rangers, but whatever. I really wish they went a little bit deeper into that with the design, because that's the whole thing that they go in with this character. But I don't know, man, the shorts just completely ruin it, because you have the first part, very nice, good looking jacket, kind of basic, but shows a lot of personality, then just with no pants and some basic shoes. It's like the designers gave up halfway through while designing the character. This goes into D. This is one design that has kind of did the opposite for me, where back then I used to think this is a guaranteed S tier design. But I don't know, the more I see it, it actually grows on me a little bit less. I still think it's very good, and I really like the face of the character. But I don't know, man, this design is not really doing as much as it used to for me anymore. I still really do like how it looks, and it's still going to be very high in A tier, but I don't think it's going to reach that S tier status. Another one of the newer characters who actually has a pretty good design. This is one I really enjoy it. The more casual look, unless I think this is a little bit more of a casual look. I just realize every time when I'm like rating character designs, the things that I'll bring up will just be nonsensical. I mean, she does the thing where she's wearing her jacket or whatever that is wrong. I'm pretty sure it's a jacket, a sign of a really good character design. But yeah, I kind of like how it's just basic clothes put in a unique kind of way to make it look unique. The colors really pushes out. I also like the nails. The nails and the fingerless gloves, even though those, no, I'm pretty sure they are fingerless gloves. The more I grow up, the more I'm actually started to unironically enjoy fingerless gloves. Because I used to remember where back then I used to like them as like a joke because, oh, if you wanted a character to look cool in the anime, to be extremely edgy, you give them like fingerless gloves. So I used to always think it was really bad, but now the more I grow up, I'm actually starting to enjoy them. I'll never wear them myself for reasons you guys don't need to know, but I'm enjoying fingerless gloves. But I enjoy this character design. This is this is an A. Now this one kind of just feels like the last one, but a little bit worse. Just teeny tiny a little bit worse. And that's just mainly because I dislike the colors of this less. I do like that it is a different color set because doing basic colors like blue or just dark colors in general, it's just a guaranteed way for you to succeed. But I still do enjoy this one, and also her pants. Can we just give this pants to this character right here? Can we just please do that, and then her design wouldn't be a D tier anymore? Just do this, because this one actually matches. And also just tiny jackets in general. I always think that's just such a weird outfit. Not in anime characters. Seeing people wear that in like real life. Those like really small jacket which basically just only cover your boobs and then just have everything else exposed. And they have like your sleeves covered. I don't know, it's just so confusing to me because what's the purpose of you walking around and wearing that? It's kind of like just sleeveless hoodies. Even though I can kind of get the appeal of that where you want a hoodie, but you don't want to put on the sleeves. I don't know, they just always feel weird to me. But I like this character design. Also, the hair color is really nice. Even though it has a little bit of an ombre effect. Although I think that's what it's called, where like the more your hair goes down, it changes. I do like how the tips are a little bit black. And she also has a generic first part has white and this part. I feel like the more the characters go on, that kind of little design piece kind of went away a little bit. No, I'm smoking crack. It actually didn't go away. They're still doing it. I'm just saying buffoonery that just absolutely makes no sense. But either way, I like this design. Also, buckles, bro. A lot of characters have these. But I still think this lands into A. This is another character who was on the NPC grind set of just some of the most lamest looks of all time. I have no idea what they were thinking. I'm forgetting the year that these characters ended up coming out. Year 3. Yeah, I think it's the year 3 anniversary picture. Yeah, it is. Because I remember in the logo that they had, it had Jungle Pocket on front. I'm just going to say it's year 3. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't know what they were thinking when they ended up releasing those new sets of characters, because most of them are just horrible. This is another example. This is just an NPC look. It's not unique at all. This is such a nothing character design. It's not as bad as the first nothing character. This one, at least, if I see it, I can remember it. But still, I still hold where if you see this character design, it's just a background look. It's just not good at all. It's poopy. She goes into D. Actually, I might just make a new tier because am I going to do it? No, I'm not. That's just going to just be a new version of F tier. But, which is where she's actually going to go. I don't know why I put her in D. I'm going to put her in F tier. If your design is so boring that you're basically just a background character in Umamusume standards, you basically have an F tier design. Now, me seeing this character, just by the look of it, I actually almost consider picking up my old dead account and just use the little bit of rolls that I had left to maybe go for it. But I didn't. I love this design. I also enjoyed the character personality too. A lot of the personalities of the Umamusume characters are kind of just whatever to me because most of them are kind of just very one note because this game is basically just gotcha slop. But this one, her one note personality, it really messed with me. And I also do enjoy the design. Yes, it is a very basic, guaranteed good looking look where you just kind of have like a little bit of a military set. And I know that's very basic, but I enjoy it, okay? Characters that look like this, there's a reason why this is an overused look in anime, because it consistently looks good. And this is a good character design. Look at me with a straight face and say that is bad. You can't, because that's not true. I also like the little patterns that she has, these stars, sparks, gotcha 5 rules, and insert gotcha games all over the place. These things, I have no idea what they're called, but any character will end up having these. Absolute slap of design. The ribbon, I wish I had an image of her standing and not her hand covering up her torso, but good looking design. Easily S tier. Now, this was another one where when I first ended up seeing them, I was very conflicted because I was like, this character design is basically just player 2 colors of Special Wheat, her face. But she actually has a good outfit. This is kind of like the opposite, where like I think the face is just really, really bad because it didn't really try to make it look unique at all. But I think the outfit is good. I think it's a very, very good looking outfit. But I think it would. Okay, this is going to be another conflicted one. Let me think about this one. Because a lot of the characters that I see, I kind of already know. I think most people make tier lists. You already know where you're going to put it. But this one I need to analyze a little bit more deeply. Take a really good exam and a real good look. Because I was originally thinking B. But I don't know. No, I think I'm gonna stick with B. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be B. Now, this was another one that I was stuck swapping on for a very long time. When I first saw this character, and hence when I first ended up seeing this character design, it was like in the background of one of the like MVs that they ended up uploading when they didn't have like the official concept art of the character design, so you can only see like a Sasquatch image of them. I didn't really mess with this. And when the anime came out and she ended up being one of the main characters, it kind of made me didn't like her design because I still think her look in the anime, just something is off with the way how this character looks in the anime. But her actually being put in-game and having an in-game model that you can go and see has made me completely 180 just change what I think about this design. This is a very, very good looking design. I don't know if it reaches S tier. I really don't know if it does. You know, I think. Oh my lord. Another 2 conflicting ones in a row. The thing that kind of traps me on this design will be the coat, cape, whatever she has. I do think it being designed inside to be like all sparkly and spacey, I do think that is like a little bit too much, kind of pushing the barrier a little bit and not really in a good way. I didn't really see the purpose of them doing this because I think this look on its own is already good enough. And the sailor aesthetic, which I think is the one that you're trying to go for, is something that we haven't really seen in Umamusume. We do have a lot of characters who have that like military general look. This isn't one that we ended up seeing, so I don't really think the weird inside cape thing is necessary. I think that's going a little bit too far. But I'm gonna stick with my gut, and we're gonna go over to A. We're gonna stick with A. Another one of the newer characters, new as this is one of the year 4 characters that ended up announcing. And I do feel like these lists that they end up coming up is a vast improvement than the whatever garbage we ended up getting in just year 3. The garbage spawn of just new characters of not really looking this good. This one, I think it's a very nice look. The face is a little bit plain compared to the outfit, which is I would argue would also be a little bit plain, but I feel like this is just a very safe design. It's good. It's a good look. The black, white, gold, colors that can't go wrong. A very just generic palette set, which looks good. But there's just other characters that rock this palette set better, and this look is just not really, it's not really speaking to me that deeply. Since kind of like most people when they review character designs. I don't know anything about how to design a proper character. If I probably do, the character will probably look like some Has-Been Hotel Vizzy Pop monstrosity to the eye if I try to design something. So I'm just really going by feelings, and this one is feeling a proper B. I do like the hair. I like the accessories that they end up having. Yeah, this is a character design where the more I see it, the more I'm. Oh, clearly a mistake was made on how I ended up moving on this tier. How is she here? Yeah, whatever. I'll just find her later. This is a design where I'm just liking it less and less the more I look at this character. I don't know if it's the colors or me thinking that it's just a little bit too much, but I don't know. I'm just not really that much of a fan of this one anymore. I used to like it because it used to pop out a lot, and I'm like, oh, this looks real nice, but not anymore. I'm thinking of looking like a little bit more trash. I'm going to give this a C tier. You see what I mean? Another new character, they're obsessed with this. Coloring like the inside of dresses and inside of hairs. This is just their brand new thing. I don't know what ended up happening with the design team or why they keep on doing it, but this is another character where they're doing it with. And oh boy, I think it completely ruins the design. I like the dress. Black, black and white can't go wrong. Also the sweater. I don't know if you noticed this, but like, bro, look. It looks like she's wearing a sweater. Peak. It looks really nice. I don't even know if this is a sweater, but this material, it looks nice. It looks good. It looks formal. But this, man, I don't know what they were thinking. Why now? I could easily just move these characters around. I don't know why I was doing it before. I don't know what, bro, what they were thinking with coloring inside of this. It doesn't look good. It also just looks poorly. It kind of just looks like a PNG image. Like, oh, let's get like a stock PNG image of a bunch of flowers and put it inside of the dress. Like, really? I wonder if they try to do it to try to match with like, yeah, why? Yeah, we're 24 minutes in the video, and only now we're 24 minutes in, and I'm barely going through. Oh my lord, this video is going to be a million hours long. I have no idea, like, why they decided to do this flower look. I don't think it works. But the headband, I don't know what they were trying to do. I think the look that they were going for was kind of like a Valentine's present with this, but I enjoyed this. I mess with this headpiece, but man, the flowers, it's too much. It kind of ruins the design for me. Where in the world is this lady? It's going to be embarrassing if I'm unable to find her. I should have moved them. Oh, here she is right here. I don't know, the sweater does put it down, but the flowers do put it down, but I still do enjoy the outfit, so I think this one might go in C. This one's going to go in C. Another basic, good look. Can't go wrong with the colors. Looks really nice. Kind of don't really have a lot to say on this one, that it's nice, so it's a good B. It's B. It's alright. Yeah, this is one that I never really messed with. Just ever since when I first saw the character, and the more that I see her, the less I'm starting to enjoy it that much. This is another design that I really can't really say that much about, that I don't like it. Let me try to find one thing to compliment about character designs that I don't like, so I don't dogpile on it. You know, because I feel bad for the fictional character that doesn't exist and is not real. I do like this pattern that she has on the dress. I like the patterns. That's it. I also like this hairstyle too. The rolled up hair, I have no idea what it's called, but they'll usually give this look to like villainess in anime. I like that hairstyle. Peak style. Okay? Other than that, this is a garbage design. D. I messed with this one. Yeah, I enjoyed this. Even though this is the prime example of just basic clothes. This is literally just generic, everyday clothes that you can see someone wearing outside, and nothing really that unique except the hair. I think this character is probably the one who started the obsession with coloring inside of the hair. What is that? I want to search up what it's called, but at the same time I don't. I just want to stay in this ground of what is it called. But this is an alright set, and I think it's a good A. This is one character design that I'm probably heavily biased towards. I think a lot of people are biased towards the anime characters, especially the season 1 anime characters. But this is an extremely good look. Yeah, it is kind of on the generic military set that they ended up having. because, you know, the little side thing, but it's it's a nice looking outfit. I am kind of sad that she doesn't have in the original design. She was intended to have these like weird blue things that was gonna connect on the outfit. I know why they got rid of it, because ain't no animator want to spend all their time animating that outfit, and I cannot imagine the seizure that probably would give the game engine if you had to do. Actually, that's a lie. There's so much over designed characters and outfits now, but I guess that was back then. But part of me wished that she still had that, because if she did, just the pure goofiness of having something that big, just like blue fur thing following you around 24/7. I was gonna say it would have made the design S tier. I already do think that this is a S tier design, but it would have made it even higher. Would have made high S tier. I think this is very low S tier. By the way, I'm not gonna bother changing what tier of S this is in. Too much work. I'm not doing that. But yeah, this is a S tier look. Another character who's on just the NPC grind set, man. I was so bewildered when this character was going to be like one of the main ones of the movie, which I haven't watched yet. I know, bad Umamusume fan, haven't watched the movie. I know people have went. Never mind, let me not bring that up. But no, I have not seen the movie yet. But this design, bro, lame. Background character look. This is the living definition of a background character. It's so. They were not cooking. That's all I'm going to say. They're not cooking when they ended up making this character design. Now, it's not as bad as the other two. I don't think this one goes into F, but it's a very low D. This is one that I'm very conflicted on. It gives me feelings that I really have no idea how to verbalize in words what this, whatever it is, does. It's kind of still on the tier of it being a NPC look at design, not really unique. A background character look. The only thing that kind of saves this one is that she has a very good and unique face. But this, I don't know, man. This outfit. The only thing I like about it, I love the colors. The yellow, blue, black. I think it's an amazing set that goes together very well with each other. And I also like the accessories. A lot of the characters who have bad designs will usually have good accessories. Even this one. Not good design, but the belt, whatever these things, these, they peak with the accessories when they come together and make a trash design. The one fishnet, this goes crazy. The one fishnet goes crazy. Okay, I think I'm actually starting to like this design a little bit more. It's starting to grow on me real time. It doesn't get D. I was originally going to give it D. I'm happy I didn't. But it's gonna go C. This is another character who existed for a very long time, but didn't have like an official design or in-game model. And man, if they're taking this long for them to cook up this alright fine design, that's kind of just very disappointed. This character, it feels more like a early Umamusume character design that you will see, like a special wheat tier design. But I don't know. I just kind of expected a little bit more. This one is fine. It's completely okay. A not insulting look. Never mind. Let me examine this a little bit more. Let's dissect it. It goes to B. I was originally going to give it a C, and I still do agree with everything that I said. I do think this is a very generic look, but who said that being generic is bad? Okay. The last very generic character got a B. This one could do. Let me actually find her symbol first. This is a S tier design. When I first ended up seeing this, it was just an automatic S for how just very well it is. Everything about it. It's amazing. The only weird thing that this character has is her height. I don't know, like, her being so short her being so short kind of just makes the whole outfit looks really, really goofy. Like, I don't know, you just expect someone to wear this to be a little bit more taller. I really hope I'm not the only person who feels this way, but I'm gonna try not to count the height of the character when it comes inside this outfit. And you see the obsession with coloring inside of their hair. I have no idea why suddenly out of nowhere this is like the new thing that every designer wants to do. So much of the newer characters have this. I know I sound insane, but like you've seen, like a lot of the newer characters designing inside. I guess this is just one way to make to make one character look more unique. But I don't know, man. I really mess with this design. The accessories, the little rings that she has, the one glove. I usually hate uneven stuff. Like characters having uneven stuff is usually my biggest enemy of all time. But I mess with Umamusume do it. The glasses, the ear color, the hairstyle, the chain, the fishnet, the whatever inside of this kind of looks like some sci-fi compression thing. The boots, they were cooking with this design. They went a little bit too hard. They did not need to make this character look so good. Maybe they should have took all the love that they did designing this character and like spread it out more equally, because you got some people walking around looking like trash NPCs, and then she's here slaying over the place. S tier. I mean, I think I think this is a good A. This one lands to be A tier character design to me. She kind of also suffers from the same thing that most anime characters have, where for some weird reason, I feel like these characters in the anime just look worse. This might just be a me thing only, but seeing her design mainly in the anime was like kind of like, man, she doesn't really look that good, but when she was added in game, completely made me change my mind. She's actually cooking with this design. And again, I feel like this is one of the more safer looks that they ended up going. Not really going as crazy. Continuing with the, it's just, I know how the characters look in game. I was just gonna say the dumbest thing of all time, but I think this is a tier design. Not really that much to say about it. You know, it's just a pretty generic look. Very safe colors. The shoes, the two different color shoes are nice. But why, bro? Why are the shoes different height? You see this? These are the things I purposely try to ignore because they piss me off. What's the purpose of... I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. A tier. Bro, when they ended up designing these two, they were cooking. This is another S tier. And what can I say, man? They went stupid while designing this. Some of the other newer characters could really use the love. I'm telling you. I really don't know what this design is looking for. For some reason, it kind of reminds me of a... I was gonna say it reminds me of a napkin. That makes absolutely no sense. But they were cooking with this look. They went crazy. S tier. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her. This one is just another completely fine look. Although this design to me always looked like two contrasting things fighting for attention. Like first when I see this design, I kind of think about it to be like a fantasy waitress. That was kind of like the look that they were going for. But then you have like this weird multicolor thing, like this part at the ending, just really throws me off. I don't really think them having multiple colors clashing with each other really matches and improve the design. I think it actually brings it down and make it look a little bit worse, but I still do enjoy how it looks, and it has grown on me a little bit more, so I think I'll give it a C. This has always been a nice one since the beginning. I still think this is probably one of their best looking designs that they do. Prime example of just, sometimes simple is all you really need. Again, I probably have the season one bias because a lot of the characters who come from season one and they didn't get their design changed, they were cooking. Okay, some of the characters when they first got revealed was wearing some garbage outfits, so that's why they got a redesign. But the ones that did it, where they just kept the outfit once and they didn't change it, they knew they were onto something. They were baking with this one. And this is one in the S tier. I really do enjoy. I enjoy this design a lot. This character design kind of reminds me of a Kingdom Hearts character. And I do think a lot of the characters in the Kingdom Hearts franchise look very nice. I mean, you can never go wrong with adding more zippers. You can never go wrong with adding as much zippers as possible when you're designing a character. I mean, come on. Look at Guilty Gear. Look at Kingdom Hearts. They're on to something. The more zippers you have, the more drip the character outfit has. And them doing this, it makes the character design cook. Also, her original song, it's just really, really good. I really enjoy it. I don't think you're ever going to be able to beat the best original song that they ever had, which ended up being Marvelous Sundays. I'm blanking on her name, but I think she still has the best one. Then Sinister Symbol. No, I actually think hers is better. I'll show the original song on the screen. I still think those two probably have the best one, but this one, I, songs can be a completely different tier list because if I talk about the Umamusume like slop generic J-pop albums that they release, which I eat up all of them, I'm gonna be here forever. So maybe the songs on its own could be another tier list. But I enjoyed his character design. They were cooking. Also, this thing I really like. I literally am not really that much of a big fan of like overly cutesy things. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean, like things like this. But I don't know. I think it really cooks. They were cooking with this design. I think this is a S tier. Where is she? I should have moved this in alphabetical order. I saw her earlier. Another S tier looking design. I remember when I first ended up seeing this character on the promotional image. This was another character that almost convinced me that maybe I should go and log on that Absolute Dead account because this design is just... They went stupid when they ended up designing this. It's so good, bro. Hats? Hats are a key sign. If a character has a hat on an Umamusume, you're going to get like an A tier design or up. They cook every time when they go and have a hat. I guarantee you, that's just part of the rules. This design goes crazy. It goes crazy. I don't know what the look they're trying to go for. I'm thinking more like a police officer look is kind of vibes that I'm getting for it. But man, this... They went stupid when they ended up designing this. They went crazy. And also the face. One of the best faces. Not this one that she's making right now. This kind of looks like she's going to do like some police brutality on you or something. Which, I don't know. Since it's a woman doing it, it might be a fetish for someone. But this design goes crazy as... Kind of like in her name. It's just fine. It's alright. It's cool. It's a good look. Nothing really special. Not really anything you could go and bring up. I think it lands itself a good C. This has always been one of the best looking characters. Ever since the beginning. I still think out of the original batch, she stands to be one of the tops. A easy S tier. Even though the open chest part of the suit, I'm still very conflicted on. I still think this outfit will look better if it was like completely covered. But gooners are part of this community, so I guess maybe they need some pieces of stimulation, you know, have her little chest open so they can be like, oh my god, she shows skins, and then they like coom all over themselves or whatever. But man, peak looking design, man. Females in tuxedos. Just actually, tuxedos in general are just peak on just any person who goes and wears them, okay? Automatically gives you aura. This is another just... It's just a whatever design. No, it's alright. Kind of a little bit on the borderline NPC look. Very, very close to being there, but I think she barely saves herself from being down on like that generic NPC look. And I'm also gonna do my first change. We're gonna move Agnes digital. I'm gonna move her to C. Because I think D and F is probably going to be on characters who look like that. Because this character is going in D tier. And I just don't feel right putting her on D tier. And that's simply because I like her personality more. Personality is not being accounted when I design these characters. I know I said that at the beginning. But this is my tier list. I can do whatever I want. And if I want to do a little bias change, I'm going to do one. And that's going to be one of them. But I think she's going to go in on D. At least the red stars are not... No, not even the accessories are cool. They're just like generic red stars. It's whatever character design in general. This one's horrible. This is F. They were cooking with this. I like the see-through. The see-through arms. I don't know. I think that looks nice, but that's literally the only part of this outfit that I enjoy. I think if you're able to make see-through clothes in general, like, look nice, yeah, that's cool. But this, man, it's like... Bro. They weren't cooking with this. Now, this is a design that they were cooking with. Very over-designed character. But they somehow made it work very, very well. Usually the doom of any of these gacha franchise is being over-designed. Usually around, like, year 3... Year 4 for most of these things, that's when the developers start just getting that's when the design starts suffering from goofification, is what I like to call it. And you just see the character designs get more and more intense. They try to add more stuff on the character to like make it look good, make it look all nice and fancy. And that'll usually just ruin the characters because they go a little bit too far. We've already seen that case with some of the first few characters in C tier. This is a prime example of this character is over designed. She has multiple different colors, but it works. It somehow works. I don't know how they were able to make this design work and let's go so crazy, but they were somehow able to do it because I don't know, man. They did it. I don't know how. But I guess that's like kind of the gambit you play when you make over-designed characters. You rather make a very good character design or something that's insulting to eyes. This one, they land and they made one of the best-looking Umamusume characters up there, S tier. Golden City has it's a fine look. It's very generic. I really feel like this character could, bro. The fuzz of the mic, it's like going inside of my throat. So the more I talk, the more I'm like suffocating myself because I'm like inhaling the fuzz, which probably isn't good. I'm not holding my microphone, by the way. Usually when I record videos, I spend my time holding the mic. I'm not holding the mic. And I don't understand how people can record videos without holding their mic because I feel like something is wrong. I don't know. I also wish I had a webcam so I can actually record myself forward searching. I know I can just like put. I know I can like. I'm gonna drink water. Wait, let's see if I can get some good ASMR gulps. Wait. Y'all enjoyed that? Wait. Let me open another one real quick. Wait. Get ready. Hold your wiener. You got that? Wait. Let me do one more. Okay, I need to stop swallowing the water in a goofy way because then it goes down my throat wrong and then I need to drink more water. Okay. Wait, Audacity... Now I'm getting distracted by a lot of dumb stuff. I got a lot of characters to go through. Sorry, Golden City fans. You're not going to get explanation because I wasted time. Fine. Okay, character look. She gets a beater. I mean, it's S tier design. I'm pretty sure this is one Umamusume character that a lot of people are familiar with. It's a good look. I don't really feel like explaining why it's a good look because you know why it's a good look. This is an amazing design. S tier. Okay, world, we are back. Yes, I ended up leaving to go and do something because I've learned the hard way that recording very long tier lists in one sitting is a very bad idea. You can clearly see on my old ones, I reach a point where I just start losing brain function and it's a bad idea, but either way, I'm back. And I also just finished using the bathroom, so I feel nice and empty. So let's continue with the next character, this one right here. Another one of the newer characters, and I just don't really mess with this design at all. The first thing that automatically comes out to me is just these absolutely terrible, ugly shoes that she has. I have no idea what they were thinking to give her just this oversized pair of white shoes. It looks very ugly. And also the clothes, which she doesn't really have that much, but the ones that she have are just very, very lame. Just this look that most people have, even females, are just barely wearing any clothes. I just think is very lame because it's very hard to pull off, and also clothes is what makes people unique too. But whatever, I'm not here to get into that. This outfit is just bad. I do like the pins though. The pins are nice. I'm a big fan of pins. Other than that, absolute stinker. Probably going to go in D. This is just a whatever design. A prime example of just it being okay. Nothing special. Nothing bad. It gets the job done. Kind of like just this character's whole existence. Just being mid. See, Yeah, I never really liked this design that much. This is kind of the prime example of you wearing normal clothes, but it doesn't really look that good. It's like, this kind of just looks like a training outfit. You can clearly tell that they did not care when they were making this character, but I guess her whole existence is just a bit where she's like last place all the time. So I guess she literally is a joke character. But all the other joke characters in this franchise, they actually get like good designs. They clearly did not care about this lady at all. The I was always conflicted on this one. I do like how with her in-game design, they actually kind of went a little bit more of her being baker, like baking food. That's kind of her one note bake personality. I also just realized that another thing that these designers are absolutely obsessed with is different color shoes. So much characters have just two different color shoes, which is crazy because this is something that usually goes terribly in real life when people try to do this. I only ever saw like one person in my life who was consistently able to wear like two different kind of shoes and they match really well with the outfit. She had like 10 out of 10 drip, but most people doing this and this looks really bad. But Umamusume characters have this a lot. This is another just fine character design. I feel like some of the earlier characters, I was going to say some of the earlier characters are hit or miss, but that's just completely wrong, as S tier is filled to the brim with like characters who were there when the series first got confirmed. So I was just going to speak out of my butt. But either way, this design is a kind of more on the whatever tier. I think I give it a good old C. Let me move these two characters here because they're kind of frustrating me. We're not going to see them in a minute. Now, she is a prime example of a big downgrade from her original design. I think her original design was really good. This one is just, it's just a big whatever, man. I mean, it's fine. It's a good looking design. She is melodied, and if you know, I do love melodied people. So she gets a bonus for that. But that's kind of just carrying her right there. I think she goes into a B. Simply just because she got the melodied buff. This is one character that a lot of people like in the community. Like, tons of people are absolutely obsessed with this character, and I know it's more of her personality, as I have seen her story campaign in the actual game, and it is one of the more entertaining ones, but her design is just so flat, so okay, so fine. It's very boring. They kind of went back on like the Wondergrass level of design, where it's like, let's just make the most okay looking character of all time. But it's okay to a point where they're kind of cooking. This is just a weird way of me saying this is a C tier design. Another just okay one. It looks like we're currently in midway row right now. We're just going to get a lot of fine character designs because this is another prime example of a fine character design. I don't really have a lot to add to this. One character who got introduced in Season 2 and it took her a very long time to finally get added in-game. But I guess anyone who was part of that weird team, I completely forgot the name of it. I don't care about any of those people except Twin Turbo. And I absolutely hate her personality. I just really likes her design, which I guess is a spoiler where she's going to end up. And also a lot of people like Wondergrass too for some weird reason, even though she's one of the most like boring characters. But I guess people are a fan of this extremely boring mid characters. You know, most of my favorite Umamusume characters usually aren't up there on the #1 list every time when they do their vote on who's your favorite character. It will always be the same people winning. But her design is just, I mess with it more the more I see her. She kind of just looks like a better looking Suzuku, in my opinion. I think that's the way how you say her name. I'm terrible at pronouncing characters' names. There's a reason why I'm saying this one next, because I know for a fact that the Umamusume community is small, so if I mispronounce one of their names, it's gonna be a complete poop show, and I don't want to go and deal with that. But she kind of just looks like a more elegant version of her, just like a better design of her overall. They even have the same hair color, like green. And I do mess with this look the more I see it. And she also has like the in-game glow up that a lot of characters have. So, you know, I think back then I used to be a little bit too harsh on this character design. I like it way more. I think I'll give it a B. Also, she rocked the Harry Potter glasses. I think most people who wear those look really bad, but she rocks them. Now this has been a design that I have always messed with. One character where both of her integrations, as we see, different color boots. That's obsessed with it. one character where both of their integrations, their old and new, just looks crazy. I think this one is amazing. I will go as far as to say this character design is a S tier. That's how good it is. I really mess with this design. Another fine looking character. Okay, we're reaching the first one where I'm looking at it a little bit more and I'm starting to find a lot more things I dislike about this character design. But I think I will kind of stay, yeah, I think it will stay around the C tier. I think it's an okay looking design. Nothing really too crazy. I enjoy how it looks. The colors are nice. Pink and green, can't go wrong with that. I was going to say I feel like a lot of characters have that color palette, but I don't think that's true at all. She's fine. It's okay. I really like this look. Out of all the main characters we have for Umamusume, I think she's easily one of the best, one of the most entertaining to see go around. Even though her story is just the biggest whatever of all time, because most Umamusume stories are just fine. Oh yeah, I also ended up seeing the movie on my little in-between time. So yeah, I'm all movied up. It's a Umamusume movie. But either way, I really do mess with this character design. She has the anime glow up because in the anime she looks very, very good. But even in game, this is a very good design. I think this one is kind of a little bit more on like the first few characters where it's very basic, very plain, not really that crazy, but it works. It works really well with the hair, everything about it. It goes insane. I also like these things that she has on her head. I have no idea what these are supposed to be. I don't even know if these are like real accessories. I wonder if you guys can hear the bird that's currently going crazy, like outside of my window. I don't know what is going on, but it's absolutely going insane. I also really mess with the random blue. Like, I don't know why this is here. Barely any part of her outfit has blue. I guess this part is blue, but this the random blotch of blue somehow works. The fire accessories. Bro, this is a crazy looking design. This is a good design. I think it's an A tier. I really mess with this outfit. This look, this character design. When I first ended up seeing her design, bro, I already knew this was going to be one of my favorites. I think this one is just, it's so good. I love it so much. Okay? Every peak design, the colors match together. The hair, the jacket has the ombre effect. I am not going to search up what it's called, where like the more you go down, the colors turn to something else. I'm going to call it ombre this whole video, and I literally do not care if I'm wrong. I'm going full delusional, like one of those dumb people who can't analyze stuff and they just spread misinformation. I'm not going to search up if this is the actual name. I'm going to call it this for the rest of the video. Get that in your head. I don't care if you know what it's called and you're having a seizure. I refuse to search it up. You see my taskbar. I get to search it up. I'm not going to. Also, I use Brave because it's a superior browser in every way. I get X. Like when I actually show this what browser I use Brave. It's better than Google. I love this design. It's peak. The only thing that can make this design better is if her gloves actually covered her hands. Like, bro, what is this napkin that she's wearing? But this design, oh my. It's peak. S tier. Another very good one. When I first saw this character, it reminded me of the main character of Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is one of the few animes where I can go back to and still enjoy, as the more I grow up, the less I like anime. Because, you know, I'm kind of reaching the point where I'm done being delusional and I realize most animes are just made for children and not really that well written. So I can't really enjoy most anime unless it's Umamusume, but I can go back and rewatch Kill la Kill. This character design reminds me of this, and it's just a very good look. Even though this is another one where it's just carried by the jacket, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't wear her jacket. She just has this like weird nightgown looking blue shirt, which doesn't really look that good, but we ain't here to worry about that, man. This is another amazing design. The jacket, the dragon, the shoes look awful, but it somehow works. The face of the character is amazing. They peaked. They peaked when they ended up designing this character. It makes so much sense why people automatically just fell in love with her automatically. Just love at first sight. It's such a good design. S tier. You know, I enjoy this character, especially her face. She looks completely different than anyone else in the roster. And I really wish more characters have that because she looks so weird and like goofy compared to anyone else. With her like different shaped eyebrows, her weirdly shaped eyes. And it makes her stand out in a really good way. I really wish more characters got the treatment that she got, but they didn't really get that. And I think that alone, and just the pink, absolutely in your face, pink and green combination that they are obsessed with. I don't know why I said they didn't. They are obsessed with those two colors. This an in your face design in a good way. Not like the other character who had a design that was really in your face and I didn't mess with. I love this one. This one goes crazy. A. With King Halo, I'm always stuck between S or A every time when I see her design, because when I'm rating these characters, I'm trying my hardest not to put in their personality. I'm only want to get the fits in, but her personality. Okay, whatever. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is my channel, so I get to do whatever I want. I think she goes in A. I don't think she goes in S. I'm seeing S tier, and I'm thinking about the S tier characters. I don't think she makes it there. She's very close to making it to S tier, like right there, full on tickling his balls, caressing on his balls hair. But I don't think she makes it there. So I think she goes to A. But I really mess with this design. This is another very good character design. I mean, with the whole aesthetic that they were going for, this is one that's just very hard to mess up if you try to make a character with like based off like old Japanese things. They just had crazy drip back then, except their hairstyles, bro. The samurai hairstyles were just absolutely whack. But other than that, the outfits that they had back then, this is just an easy, good look, bro. With the bow tie on the back, I know it's not a bow tie before some white person gets angry, but whatever that is on the back, the patterns, this is a peak design. I mean, every time I see this design, I just think about how in the anime, in the last episode, she gets a brand new look because they ended up doing that last season, so they did it again with her. And dude, their brand new looks are horrible. That's another tier list when I review all of the like in-game costumes, because that's something I'm planning to do. But this is a spoiler alert, but man, her second outfit is horrible. I have no idea what they're thinking. They already peaked with this one. This is a good looking fit. I say a S tier one. I just wish the character was more entertaining. She's just a very boring character to follow. Another new character, as you can tell, she's very over-designed, but she's done very well. They kind of go with, like, her design kind of reminds me of her name, too. Love Only You. Some broken English, but, like, me editing the first part of this video, apparently that's all I can speak now, because some of these sentences that are coming out of my mouth are pure goobity gop. And again, different color shoes, different length boots. I'm just going to pretend I don't see the different length boots. They're not real. They can't hurt me. They don't exist. Other than that, man, I think this design goes crazy. So much things to love about it. The pattern on this, her waist thing, whatever. The heart. That goes crazy. The heart's on the side. The color combination. The face. The little thing. She looks like a well-designed VTuber model, which is very rare because most VTubers look like ass. Like, I'm generally surprised how horrible most VTubers look. But that's what this model reminds me of. Like, a well-designed VTuber that's going with, like, the, clown? I don't know if clown aesthetic is formal. I'm just going to show images of the aesthetic that I'm talking about on screen, bro. Like that. I don't know the name of it. But I feel like that's what they're going for. And she rocks that really well. Also, bro, the ear. Best ear. She has the best ear in the whole franchise. Just peak design. S tier. Another new character. I think this is a very confident look. Again, year 4 characters is a massive upgrade compared to the garbage that we ended up getting last year. While last year they were just full on shitting, this year they're shitting, but it's the good kind. Last year was the disgusting wet ones. This one was a good, healthy, solid one that you're eating like a nice, firm, fiber-healthy diet, and you sit down and it falls out. That's what they ended up giving us this year, because this is another new character. Another very good, well-designed one. Not as good as like the S tier one, but I think this one is great. I also love this hair thing too. How it's shaped like a leaf, even though it kind of looks like someone took paint and just went like this. I don't know, bro. It's peak. Also, these whatever they are she has on her sides. Amazing. The dress, the little flowers, they were cooking. They were cooking with this design. What can I say? They were cooking. Cooking enough to make it to an A. I mean, you can't go hard with black. This, it's a good design. The coat, the little outfit, the accessories that she has, the name. I mean, it's S tier. I don't even need to explain why. You people know why it's S tier. Yeah, this has always just been a whatever character to me. Just her whole existence. And also the outfit too. It's a nice looking outfit. I think it looks really, really nice. Really cool. It's a C. Marvelous Sunday. I think she's the living definition of I don't know how to feel every time when I see this outfit. I think her original design was significantly better than this redesign, as I feel like the redesign probably matches her personality way more of it being out there, but I feel like this is a prime example of just them going a little bit too far. I think the only part of the outfit that I really like, and the thing that carries it, is that the dress and around of it looks like a flower. I think that's very cool. So if you got like an overhead shot, it's like a blooming flower. I'll probably show footage of someone like modding the game so they can go and I'm not going to show that footage. I need to stop lying. This video is barely going to be edited, especially with how long it is. But I think, I'm not really messing with it. I think this goes C. Let me move her too. You're also going to go to the back. Where did I put her? Oh yeah, C. This is literally just like a sailor school uniform. Like actually. So, I mean, it's good looking. Not C tier, but I think this is going to be top of D, where I like the look. Yeah, I think she goes D. I like this design. This character, for some weird reason, every time when an Umamusume meme comes out and like leaves the community, it goes to like general base mainstream. It's always this character. I generally have no idea why that happens. Maybe there's something in the community that I'm like missing out in, but I don't know why, but I do think this is a very good design. I don't know what aesthetic choice you're trying to go for. To me, this kind of, again, looks like a tavern person who will be inside of like a fantasy tavern place. That's the look that I go, and I think they hit it really, really well. Also, how do you pronounce their names? Like, this character and like her has the most unpronounceable names of all time. I'm not even going to try to like pronounce that crap. I'm going to butcher it extremely badly, but her name is insane. But I think this design is a good A. I enjoy this look of Top Gun. It grew on me the more time goes by. I mean, it is kind of just a military look. But if you can clearly see from the characters that end up putting in S tier, I have a bias towards military outfits, man. They just look extremely cool, okay? A lot of military groups have drip, okay? Even though a lot of military outfits usually get a bad rep because of the certain type of people who wear them. We all know the people we're talking about. You don't want to mess with those people 99% of the time, okay? You're probably going to have a very boring conversation with them because if you're someone who unironically goes outside wearing military suits, I already know what you're into, man, and you're going to be boring as hell. But it's drippy, though, except camo. I don't think camouflage, that don't look good. That don't look good at all. Except the winter ones. Winter camouflage look good, but like the normal green one, no, that doesn't look great. But what does look great is this design, even though it's literally just carried by the jacket. The jacket, with all the signals and tags it has on it, just gives her so much drip. Other than that, she's basically just wearing normal clothes. But she wears it real well, so she gets an A. I enjoyed this design. I have no idea what's like this. I don't know what's this face that she's making. And also, I'm not a girl. Plot twist, so I don't have boobs. Is it painful to do this? Like, keeping your thing in between your boobs, that just always seemed extremely painful to me. Like, would it not, like, rub against it and burn? Like, I know in my audience, I think I have, like, what, 10% females? Yo, the 10% females watch it. Actually, if you're a female watching this video, you're probably like a gamer girl pick me, most likely. I'm going to be honest, so you're probably not really that tapped in with the female experience. Now the one female viewer got extremely angry that I said that. And you exactly know what I mean, but I don't feel like going into that. But, I like this look. I really messed with this design. I know she's one of the characters where, like, the whole point is, like, she got the boobs are big, whoa, you know, one of those things. But I think it's a good look. Even though she does kind of look like she kind of just looks like this character. The more I look at her design, yeah, but that don't matter. Copy the homework off a character that's already designed well. You're gonna get a good look, a tier look. Okay, now we have to start the long list of majors. Here's the first one, and this design, I like it. I really do. I think out of all the family members of that family, I think she's one of the best looking ones. Except the sleeves, man. Like different size legs, I really dislike, but I can pass. I can give it an overlook, bro. But arms, man, that goes a little bit too far. I know there's probably another character early on this list who also has uneven arms that I gave a pass. But tier lists are biased, man. Anyway, this design goes into B. Oh man, I almost burped there. Yeah, this is a NPC tier level design. It's not really that great. Instant D tier you go. Again, another boring look. Okay, most people in this group, it just ain't it, man. They got shafted. You got done dirty. Also, I love when you first pull her, her little animation is like all extremely serious. I just think that's very goofy, especially with the way how she looks. But you also get to fit in D. I mean, it makes sense that they cooked with this one. She's like one very main character, very main character. That's some great English. She's a main character in the anime and also a big deal just in general, one of the most popular characters out there. And her design, it just carries her. Look, this is a good design. It's amazing. I think no, it doesn't reach S tier. No, it's not S tier. It's A. It's a A tier design. Not this one though. The more I look at this look, the more I just fall out of love with it. I just think it's a alright looking design. And it also doesn't help that she's paired with this character a lot who has this a way more superior design. So them next to each other all the time, it kind of it just makes her look worse. And it makes the other one looks better. Like the more I look at this, the more I'm like, man, this design is whatever. Multicolor shoes, I'm telling you, they're obsessed with this. I'm gonna point out. I'm gonna put a timer. I'm not gonna do it. So let me just shut up because I'm literally not gonna do that. This is a C. A. I think this design. Ooh, wait. Oh, I just realized the legs. Oh no, that's really bad on this. Oh no. No, that actually brings it. No, I can't look back that. That's horrible. Oh, no. Oh, why did I have to look down? Okay, we're going to go to B. I like this design. I really do mess with this one a lot. Okay. I really do enjoy it. And yeah, I'm going to give it an A. This gets an A. Another very popular character. And, I feel like back then when this thing first started, I never really liked this design. Always since the beginning. I just never really enjoyed it that much. But again, this is one that grew on me. It grew on me deeply. I actually do enjoy it. Even though I don't think it's good, I think these weird like robot parts that it ended up having doesn't really work that much. It kind of like makes the design look very uneven and these things look out of place. But they look out of place in like a good way, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't really look like they belong, but just with them being in there, it works, if that makes any sense. I feel like you people know what I mean. So I think this gets a B. They were cooking when they ended up making this character design. That's all I'm gonna say. I know her character is kind of like coconut skin color in Nekopara, where if you guys don't know, in the Nekopara game and in the Nekopara TV show, it seems like they cannot decide what her skin color is going to be when it comes to Nekopara. And she kind of has this, but with her hair. Like in the anime, she has black hair, but in the game, she has brown hair. And I just think that's very funny. I don't know how stuff like that just happens, where you have like this miscommunication on what color and the hair color should be. But I just think that's very funny. And every time I see this character, I go and think about that. But man, I really mess with this design. I like it. I really do enjoy this. If you're gonna barely make your character wear anything, this is the way how you do it. This It's how you make top 10 drip, man. Especially with the pants. I love this style of like, I guess cowboy pants. I have no clue what this pants is called, but I really mess with this. The not belt, the whatever this is, go crazy. Yeah, she does got the uneven sleeves, but it works. It works for this design. It really does. I love this design. I love it. I think I think I'm gonna give it S. I think it's crazy that this design is literally only saved because they decided to give her pants and a longer jacket, and I'm pretty sure everything else is the same. Because I remember back then, her old design, she used to have a skirt, and that just looked really, really dumb. With like her having the skirt, it was horrible. And literally all they did was just put on pants, give her a longer jacket, and it like automatically increased the number score significantly and made this design so much more better that I think it's S tier. Another very good look. I do kind of wish her jacket was like bigger and longer, which I'm pretty sure it is in like the manga, but I guess maybe with how she draw, they have like teleporting jacket sides. But either way, this is a very, very good design. I feel like this is one that I don't really need to go deeply in because this was one character when she first ended up getting introduced. She had a peak design, and this is one of the like original characters, which just it's just always good. It's such a good look. Uneven things, bro. That's another thing they obsess with. Shoes, uneven things, and hair. I know I'm bringing up the uneven thing a lot, but this is another one where I think it ruins the design. What they were imagine, imagine if someone came up to you with this fit, bro. They had this is an outfit that's so bad I unironically like it. Like, let me just say that because let's analyze this deeply. Two jackets, one that you were wearing and one that we have like wrapped around us. So we're coming, we're, we're wearing two jackets. That's the first thing we have. Okay, we have a belt. The weirdest looking like a Walmart belt she has on. So two jackets, a Walmart belt, this tied up shirt with I feel like this fit deserves a video on its own. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is probably gonna get a video on its own for how bad it is. We one 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 jean. Just one jean. That's let me put on a pair of jeans. Cut off the leg of one and only bro, that's a masterpiece in all the wrong direction. One-legged jean. Like it's honestly so bad. This is like such a hideous design that is it becomes drip. It's so ugly that it becomes good. That if someone unironically went outside wearing this, I have to give them respect. Hey, this is like the most generic main character design. You know when a main character is going to be a main character in Umamusume because they have a main character ass design. While Jungle Pocket is on the top end of main character designs, this is more on like the above average of main character designs. I don't think any of the main characters, I'm just going to say a lie with a straight face because I do have a main character who's on S tier. But she's S tier because she's a main character who's not designed like one. You just see this design and you automatically know, yeah, she's the main character or something, if that makes any sense. I don't know why they dumb down when they come to like designing the main cast. I don't know why most main characters who are like the head aren't given these crazy looks. They're just not most of the time. But I think she is more on the top end, right in the line with Jungle Pocket. I think she's a tier. Let me put them next to each other. See how nice that is? Put them next to each other. Let me put McQueen there too. She's also a main character. Look at them. Well, all four main characters together. Well, I guess she's really like the main antagonist with heavy quotations when I say the word antagonist. But pardon the main. Let me move her here too. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like Neo Universe design that much. I like her face. And she was one of the first characters to do this with their hair. one of the like very first characters to go and do that. And ever since they did it with her, they just became chronically obsessed with it. But I don't know. I don't really mess with this design. I just kind of wish they did more with it. I don't know. I just don't really like it that much. I still think it's a good design. I don't think it's bad. I think this is a confident B. But man, when it comes to like most characters, I feel like a lot of characters are designed very well. Like when I see characters in this, I don't wish they do more. This is the only character where I wish they went a little bit deeper. And I wish they went a little bit more in like a space theme with her design than just this, just giving her like a big baggy jacket, but whatever. It's still a good look. Bro, I don't understand how this character is liked so much. I'm generally just gonna be honest. She's just so unbelievably lame to me. I don't know why so much people like this character. Like her design gets this it's a C. It's not a bad design. This is alright. Bro, I don't like this look. Like at all. I think this is a very, very bad design. I mean, yeah, it's just not good, bro. F. You see what I mean? You can't go wrong with this look. Especially with this like ninja design in the red. This is like just begging to be a S tier character design. This was just cooking. This was another character which almost got me back to play the mobile game again. Some characters come out, I see their designs, and I'm like, I need to go and play the game again. Then I remember it's a gacha game. And I actually have willpower and reserve. Okay, unlike you people who don't, who be spending all your money on these gambling games. Not me. I have to spend my time doing something more valuable, like making slop that no one watches on the internet. But this one, cooking with this design. And No Reason is just a very funny name to me. Why would you name a horse that? What a weird name to name a horse. But this design just slaps. It goes insane. And I also really like her hair. It's like a very stupid style, but it goes crazy. Bro, another peak design. I wish she kind of looked more like her concept art. Like, I wish she glowed a little bit more. Because in her concept art, she's like really shiny, but in game, she's like not as shiny. But this design also just goes stupid, bro. They're crazy. I mean, I already knew when her face first got confirmed that she didn't have a design. When she gets one, it was going to be one of the best, bro. They were cooking. They were cooking with this design. Again, she has the one that this girl has. The same aesthetic. I don't know what that aesthetic is called. I need to search up the name for it. But if you have that aesthetic, you just automatically reach S tier for me. It's just a #1 win. Bro, is it a clown aesthetic? I need to find the name for it. I'm just going to put it in post because it's actually making me lose my mind. I'm thinking like a clown aesthetic, but I do like clowns too. I feel like now, since I said that, I need to defend my point because most of the time when people say they like clowns, you're probably going to think about like, oh, a sexy clown, and no, like just whatever, never mind. S tier. I mean, this is another peak design. Has any of you guys have been watching the new anime? I haven't. Not at all. Even though I made a video talking about it. Currently right now is the recording of this video. I haven't watched a single episode of it yet. I know I'm a fake Umamusume fan. I'm not watching the new anime. Trust me, I'll go watch it eventually, then I'll go make a video talking about it, but I'm having a really hard time watching anime, even Umamusume stuff. I actually have been, like, absorbing in-game content, like a lot of in-game content. I watched the majority of the stories that they have in-game, so I have been, like, not playing the game, but I have been, like, watching the stories more, so I'm all caught up on that, but, like, the anime, bro, I just haven't been watching it. I'm still reading. Yeah, I just haven't been watching it. But this is the S tier design. Archer Cap looks crazy. Another over-designed character that's done really well. There's a reason why, like, all of year 3, this character was, like, plastered all over the place to be, like, the big marketing character, even though she wasn't added in the game until a very long time, which is very funny. But there's a reason why she was plastered all over the place. This design goes crazy. Bro, also the journey this character went through is insane with her multiple different designs. It's actually hilarious to see how she first used to look compared to what she looks now. It's a complete night and day different, but this is a massive upgrade. This may be the best designed character. That's probably one of the most coldest takes of all time. It definitely is. But, bro, they went stupid with this. I kind of wish she just had 2 of the boots, though, bro. Like, really? Oh, let's give her 1 really nice pair and then just nothing. Like, come on, bro. Wait, as it is, bro. S tier. Main character S design, but in the worst way ever. the worst looking main character we got, bro. You know how lame it was knowing that this girl was going to be like the main character of the new campaign? Bro, no, this is lame, man. Boring. D. People really, really like this look. Like a lot of people like this design. And I do too. I wish I could be a contrarian and say I don't, so I could be like cool and special. I mess with this look. It's really cool. I think it's a good B. This one is always very conflicted to me. I need to drink water, so you're gonna get some ASMR. I didn't open this one yet. Wait, this is actual water, so you're not gonna hear like a low quality sizzle. Y'all enjoyed that, bro? Then if y'all empty your balls from hearing me drink that, don't worry for the Lure to the Moon ASMR Stussies. You're gonna go get your filled. I understand you need to go empty your balls. These girls can't do it as well as I do. This design's alright. It's kind of conflicted. Really stuck going back and forth, looping between a... I just burped and whatever. Looping between a... I hope that picked up. Looping between A or B. I'm like looping back and forth in between these. I think it's a good in the middle, but we don't have it in the middle tier. So I think this is just a high B. I think it's a B tier design. It's a really nice one, but I think it's going to stick with B and B. Where the hell is she? There she is. I like this design. I don't know why her forehead is so massive, bro. This girl got a huge ass forehead. Cranium. Diamond. 5 head, bro. I think that's actually 5 head. I was gonna check with my hands how big her forehead is. That's gonna be the dumbest thing of all time. But that's a massive forehead. Kind of works though. She rocks that. Most people can't. Looks like the female thinker. You guys watch the new No, I don't want to talk about Marvel slop. I think this is a B. She does not have a design still, so I'm just gonna have to go off by the face and what I think she's going to be looking like. Yeah, most characters, when they get confirmed, actually have a design. This was a big problem we had back then because they used to, like, announce a new character and then they would not be given a design for a very long time. Like, you know how long it took for her to get a design? What, we knew her existence since, what, like year 2? We knew about, like, her existence that she didn't get a design for, like, such a long time. She was even in, like, the miniseries anime and we had no idea what she looked. It was the dumbest shit of all time. I'm so happy they stopped doing that because that was just flat out retarded, bro. But, I guess they picked up their own way because we had no idea how this character looked, but seen by her face, it's an alright looking face. So, I'm just gonna predict that she's going to get a C tier design. It's alright. This is alright look. I think it's a good C. Another main character looking down. I knew it. I knew she was going to be a main character or something when I first ended up seeing her look, bro. She got a main character look at this. Every main character, they have this look to them. I'm telling you, they have this look. I don't know why. It's like main characters, I'm just going to put all the main characters next to each other on editing. Like every single Umamusume person who's like a main character. There's like this main character look where when you see a character, you're like, yeah, I know she's just going to be the lead. She has it. And out of all the main characters looking looks, she's a pretty good one. I swear. They stepped up their game. They've been stepping up their game. I think she goes into good. I think she's an A. Let's put her all next to the other main characters. All. Look at these 4. Wait. Look. Oh, wait. No, I need to move again so McQueen can be there. Oh, wait. I see the problem. Let me move them all up. Am I? Yeah, look at all these main characters all next to each other, bro. Look. They're all nice, beautiful A. They weren't cooking with this. This is not a good look. I'm very disappointed too, because when I ended up seeing like how she originally looked with the beanie, it was like such a good design, but she had no outfit, so I'm like, yo, when she gets the outfit, it's gonna be crazy. Man, she got an outfit this is not crazy, bro. This is, yikes, bro. Redesign it. Go again. D. Right next to another character who should be designed better. I don't like this design and I don't know why. I literally cannot explain why I don't enjoy this design. It looks like I should. Me seeing this design, it should just be completely up my alley. I should be like going crazy over this design. I just don't mess with it. I really don't. And I wish I could answer why. I really do. Because you see all my S tier characters, you see the pattern. This character looks like it should fit right in. But she don't, bro. She's a C. This is one of the very first over-designed characters that we ended up getting, where they were kind of like, hey, let's just throw as much things on her as possible. I don't think it works. And I think the one thing that really holds them back is this. Like, having the overly long hoodie does not match this look. I feel like they should have just made it a complete, like they should have kind of just went in and just made it a complete dress. Not this. I still do like the sleeves. I just wish the sleeves actually fit over. I just don't really mess with this design that much. I think it's too much in a bad way, like not in a good way of it being too much. So I think this goes in C. I used to not like this design back then. I used to really not like how this design looked. But now since I'm grown up and more mature, I really like this design now. And it's kind of the same. I like this design. I know I put her into S tier. Where is she? I'm actually blanking on her name too. Where is she? Where is she? Oh, I like her the same reason why I like this one. And that is she just looks so different compared to like everyone else. Like she hasn't she looks so weird. Just the way how she's designed. She looks weird in a really, really bad way. But it just works because she stands out of just everyone else in the cast, of just how weird and freakish she looks. And it works. It works really well. I really like this design. I was very blind back then when I used to not like it. But now, I'm a grown, mature man. I realize the beauty of seeking the pearl. She is the pearl. Also, bro, put a starfish on your boobs. That's peak accessory. Like, this is the ugliest crap I've ever seen in my life. It works. It really does. Yo, I just now realized that this outfit is actually supposed to be like pajamas. Wow. Either way, it's fine. It's okay, look. See. They weren't cooking with this. I don't really like this that much. This is another character where I truly, really wish we got better looks, because I do like the fur. Fur is like just like an easy way for me to just like stuff. Just guaranteedly put fur on it. I think it's way more cooler. But I don't know, man. I know what they were trying to go for, like the teared up outfit, because this character, she's like basically just feral. That makes sense. But you know what? Never mind, actually. It's a C. I was going to give it a D, but I think it's actually a C. Main character design. I'm telling you. And she's one of the worst looking main characters out of them all. This is very boring. A D. I mean, this is one design that gets better the more I look at it. When I first ended up just seeing this character's face, I already knew we were in for something amazing. And then when she got her actual official design, oh man. I don't think she's the best designed Umamusume character anymore. She used to be the best designed Umamusume character in my opinion, but I have to admit that she's been beaten. She's been beaten by some other characters up in S tier. Some of them just look better. But she is still up there. She's still up on top. She's getting an S. Okay, and I have been recording for an hour. So I think we're gonna stop for today. It's gonna take me 3 days to record this whole video. God, oh Lord, editing me is gonna have a very bad time. Now I'm gonna be honest, me editing this video is actually gonna be horrible how long these recordings are. I'm pretty sure I said this the last time I ended up started again. But I'm not gonna have fun, that's all I'm gonna say. And shout out to anyone who actually ended up making it this far in this absolutely horrendous video. If you're someone who made it this far, say peanut butter in the comment section. Just do something so I know you're a real one. I don't know, I'll come up with something. Let me change where this placement is. Whatever. We're going to keep it right here. Alright, next character. This is a living definition of just a completely okay, 100% fine design. Not born enough for it to make it to D tier, but it's not impressive enough. I feel absolutely nothing when I see this character design. I even have nothing to point out to say what's extremely good looking. It's the living definition of a D tier. Now, I really mess with this look. I enjoy it a lot. I mean, even though I do think this is another character where I wish they have gone a little bit more. Like, yeah, they're going with the whole music look, but I just wish they did a little bit more with the character design. But with what we have and what they ended up doing, I still think it's extremely nice. This goes to B tier. Also, the bit in the anime where the little violin that she plays is just, she has no idea how to play it and it's like a machinery. That's actually something that made me laugh, like, out loud. And for anime standards, anime, one of the most unfunniest types of media to ever exist, where they try to be releasing some of the most worst jokes of all time. To actually make me laugh, especially coming from a slop series like Umamusume, that's crazy. This character doesn't really have that much of a good design when you really come and think about it, but she's kind of just scary for the fact that since she's like the first main character of the anime, she just wins defaultly just for that. This is an A tier design, and she's gonna go with most main characters. One character who I know she's on the cover of the terrible game that they ended up releasing on Steam, like Party Fest. That game is absolutely terrible. It's so bad where I can't even pretend to like it. Like, I was originally going to like it as a bit and, like, use that as the background of my videos. But the game is so unbelievably boring that I can't even do that. Like, absolutely terrible garbage game. But we did end up getting this character who, one, has a pretty good original song, and two, has a very nice and good design. Again, I kind of knew she was going to be the main character or something when I ended up seeing her look. There's the thing, bro. Main character design. She completely fills it. So I think you already know where she's going to go. A. Yeah, this was like one of the Gooner characters where, oh my god, yo, bro, she has like huge badonkers, bro. Awooga. Oh, my pants is getting tight. One of those designs. And she also has a horrible Halloween skin. The mummy skin is so bad. But I guess we could talk about that for other time. This design to me is just, I enjoy it. Out of all the characters who mainly exist to goon over, she's the best looking one out of every single one of them. Like, unironically, I think this is a very good design. That leads. Wait, I'm second guessing myself. I was originally she goes to A. I was actually second guessing myself thinking she should go to B, but now she goes to A. I mess with this design a lot. Mainly just wizards in general. It's just an aesthetic that I like. So this one is just 100% bias 15. It's part of the two aesthetic groups that I really enjoy. Wow, I used to be able to get this plate miss perfectly where you were able to see all the way up to S tier, but now you can't anymore. And whatever. She's another aesthetic that I just absolutely love. The wizard look. So she's basically just cheated. She automatically owns herself into a S tier. One of the best designed characters in the series. Prime example of just, you don't need to go that crazy to make a design that absolutely cooks. A very simple look, the green and black, especially her little darker tone of green, it goes insane. It goes stupid. That's how crazy it goes. I give this design is just so great. I actually enjoy it so much. She also gets the melanated buff. So, S tier. Again, the third best designed character in Umamusume. She is number 3 on just how amazing she looks. Actually, wait, no, I'm wrong. She's not number 3. She's not number 3. She's on the top 5. She's on the top 5. Maybe I'll show you my top 5 after if I feel like it, but she's on the top 5 best looking character. And again, completely cheating with the military look. Military outfits especially just kind of have no idea what they're called, but they look good. With this weird thing on the side, the cape, the little badges on. I mean, it's cheating. It's just 100% cheating. This design is amazing. S tier. Another one. Another very good one. I did not expect S tier to be like one of the most filled categories, but I think Umamusume may be cooking with its design lately. Especially with this one. I remember this row in the first time we did this. It was just rows of S tier back to back to back. And this just continues the trend because this is another S tier character design. It's in your face. Not as over-designed as it is. Like, this used to be considered over-designed back then, which is absolutely crazy since we have characters like her exist now. So, I am very curious to see how would this character look if she was released now. Because, like, this was over-designed back then, and now we got crazy-looking characters. So, I do wonder, but they can't change this design. This is just too good. And then, of course, we need to die down, so we ended up getting hit with just Another completely fine design. I really wish they went deeper in the whole cowboy girl aesthetic, but for some weird reason they did it. I mean, they did the gloves, the boots, and the gun, and then it just completely gave up. Like, yeah, people get the point then. Like, they could have gave her a cowboy jacket, just actually make her look like she's from the Wild West. I have no idea what they were thinking. Like, they just gave up halfway through. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then we're done. Trash design. Wish they have done more. D. This is one character who's a living definition who ended up being saved by a redesign. Her original very first design was like a F tier look. It was that bad. It was horrible. I don't know what they're thinking. But this redesign, cooking, completely a 100% safe. S tier. Another S tier, bro. Letter. Like the whole biker look, I think they're going for like a biker style. Biker emo look. I think that's 100% what they're going for. I know nothing about fashion. That's what my brain is saying they're going for. And my brain is also saying that this design goes crazy. Does go stupid. Again, the lower end of this is just S after S. Crazy looking design. S. I feel like I'm giving out too much S's, but it's not my fault. It's really not my fault. I didn't design these characters. Okay, it's not my fault. This is another character design that just goes crazy. It's good, and she also still to this day has the best Umamusume song that they have ever made. She hands down has the best. I don't think it's ever going to be beaten. Kind of like how this group song right here, I'm forgetting the name of it. I don't think they're ever going to beat that. They have got close to making original songs better. But in general, that whole album that they ended up releasing, like that Winter series, I think it's like Winter 17. I forgot what number it is. I'll just put it on screen if I care enough. But that whole one, bro, probably the best one ever released. Except the group song was kind of whatever. But the 3 original songs that they have, solos, all good. But anyway, another S. And thankfully, we have gone down to another main character. I still think one of the most popular Umamusume characters out there, which I guess I can understand. She's like the most okay and fine character out there. I just thought she was whatever. And also her design is kind of just whatever, as she kind of just looks like a worse version. But again, you're copying the homework of one of the best designed characters. Even if you copy, you do your own thing, you're going to make a pretty decent design. And this is a prime example of that. This may be controversial. No, what I'm going to say is completely wrong. I was going to say I think out of all the main characters, she might actually be the worst designed one, but I completely forgot this absolutely B-tier horrible design exists that this girl has, so she's not. I was going to say that her being the worst designed main character shows you how like good main characters usually look, but I forgot we have this absolute stinker. But whatever, I still think she's A. Let me put her next to. I still think she lands in the A. Another very good look. I'm very conflicted on this one. It rotates between my head back and forth if it's A or S. But I think me looking at it for the last time, I think I'm just finally going to stick on this being another S tier design. I think it's really great. Out of all the Gyaru characters, I think they are gals. I don't know anything about Japanese culture, man. Okay, I have absolutely no idea what it's called. I'm not gonna be like most anime fans who cosplay and pretend that they know about it because they watch anime. I only watch anime. I don't really know anything about that, but I know she's like part of that group because she has a song with it. She's easily the best looking one. She is. I think her designs, it's actually out there. It's so good. So nice. I think I'm going to land it on S. I enjoy this look. I feel like it's a little bit out there, but I think it's a good looking design. I know a lot of people automatically liked this character when she came out, but I mean, look at the aesthetic that they have. It's the gamer girl look. And, bro, mostly gooners and losers play this game. So, of course, they're automatically going to go and fall for it. She's just like me for real. You know what I mean? But I think this is an alright design. I kind of wish she had her glasses all the time, though. Like, bro, she don't... she does not look right without her glasses. Put the glasses on. Never take it off. Other than that, I think this design is an A. Now, this design I mess with like crazy. Like, I think the first time she ended up getting her official design is when she was on a support card. This one right here. And what I ended up seeing, I automatically knew it was a very, very good look. I just really thought this character was going to be given an extremely mid design when she was first introduced. She kind of just looked like it. Like, yeah, she's definitely going to get a mid look. But they did it. They cooked crazy with this design. Hey, Twin Turbo, although being a very annoying character, and not interesting at all, like a very, very boring, annoying character, they went crazy with this design. Like, this is a design that you make and you automatically knew you made something special. I just feel like sometimes artists do that. Like, you make something and you know, we were cooking. And they were cooking with this. I think the only weird part about her design is this. I never really understand why she has a plushie attached to her. Doesn't really do anything with the outfit at all. But, like, it somehow works. Also, I'll never forgive that they made this character a 1-star. That's crazy that they ended up doing that. I understand why they did it, because, like, they needed more 1-stars. We didn't have a lot of 1-star characters. But man, some of the characters that they ended up picking to be 1-stars are just absolutely crazy. I mean, someone was eventually going to get screwed over, but bro, Twin Turbo? Really? She ended up being a 1-star? Like, there are some characters who are like 3-stars, and me personally, I don't even think they should be 3-stars. Okay, I am gonna name names. Basically, everyone in F tier is a prime example. They're like 3. Basically, everyone in like F and D. Yeah, they're like 3-star characters who definitely should not be 3 stars, like at all. But, bro, whatever. S tier. One design that I enjoy a lot. Again, they do that aesthetic. No idea what it's called. I know there's a look for it. She fits in that category. I'm extremely biased towards that, and it looks really, really nice. Now, the one sleeve does mess me up a lot. This is one outfit where I really don't think they had to go with the uneven sleeves. Looks very, very weird and very awkward. But multicolor shoes. I forgot to be counting my multicolor shoes. They do that a lot. But I think this outfit goes crazy. I enjoy it. But I don't think it makes it into S, though. I think it's an A. Man, I think all 3 of them are all going to go to A. This is another A-tier design. Out of all the 3 groups that they're a little part of, like these 3 characters right here, I do think she is the worst design one. But at the end of the day, I think she's going to make it into A. And also, seeing these 2 together, like next to each other, I am probably going to make my first change, and I'm going to change her to S. Because now seeing them together, she does have superior design out of all of them. And also, since I'm making this ranking, and also since I spend time between, I'm able to think about my rankings a little bit more. Yeah, I do think she moves up to S tier. I think she has S tier design. I was tripping when I said she ended up being an A. These 2 are A tiers. This is S tier design. This has always been my favorite Umamusume character when I first ended up discovering this franchise a long time ago. Okay, when I was a wee lad inside of middle school, when I first ended up watching this franchise. She was always my favorite. And I think the design very much pushed me towards it. And still to this day, after all this time moving forward, I still think she's one of the best looking Umamusume characters. They cooked with this design. They were cooking when they ended up designing this character. Now, I think she is still in the top 5. She's on the lower end of the top 5 now, unfortunately, with some of the other characters that they have, but she's still part of the top 5. S tier. This is another character design that tons of people like and mess with, and I flat out just don't understand why they mess with this design so much. I think it's good. I enjoy it. I don't think it's a bad design, but I think it's a B tier look. Wouldn't take it as another character where for some reason it just physically can't decide how she looks like. I feel like she had so much redesign. And this one that they settle in was just one of the worst looking fits of all time. I think her old design was way more better. I think all they really need to do was just take her old design, but actually give her like longer pants. I feel like you could have made something good. This is trash. That's what this is. This is not a good look. C. Now she's going D. This one grew on me a lot as time went on. I used to really not used to good sentence. I used to really not like this design. I used to think it was like one of the worst. But you know, the more I look at it, the more I realize I was being a little bit too harsh. It's not that bad of a design. I actually think it's a very good look too. I think it's a B tier. This, another S tier. In the top 5. I'm pretty sure I said in the top 5 more than 5 times. So let me stop saying that. But S tier. S tier character. Another one that grew on me as more time went by. Used to not mess with it back then. Used to think it was extremely bad. A very boring look. But now, you know, me looking at the design more, I like it. I like it. I know I said that a lot, but I feel like a lot of characters started reaching that point. Especially when more comes out, and especially when they release some characters who are like really bad. Like when you see a terrible design like this, It makes you really rethink some old designs that you think is bad, and you really wonder to yourself, was it really that bad or was it really that good? And this was one of them. I think she goes to a B. I always loved this design. It it's so it's a cozy look. It's a nice look. A complete upgrade from how she originally ended up looking, because her first original design didn't really look like a racing outfit. It looked like regular clothes, but like in a bad way, if that makes any sense. This looks like regular clothes, but in a good way. She is S. I think S might be the biggest category. I always hated this design. I never liked it at all. I think it's really, really bad. Not one of the worst. Thankfully, we have way more characters to fill up on the worst, and she is being saved. But I think she lands in D, and that's it. We have these three characters right here. I guess I'll just speed run them real quick. Both of these two go in D tier. She has an A tier design. I will show her design on screen if I care enough to do it, but those are the ranking for these three characters. And I'm also not going to be doing any of the support characters, so the support race girls and others aren't going to be on this list. We're only going to be doing playable characters or characters that we know that's going to be playable. I probably said that at the beginning, but yeah, that's it. I don't know why I didn't record an outro, so I'm just going to add this one in very poorly. Anyway, that's it. My name is Lua. Please tell me your opinion on this tier list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Am I the smartest person of all time, or do you think I'm dumb? Please tell me in the comment section below, because I like reading my comics and it also gives me engagement. I said comics, not comment. I'm smart. Goodbye.